made it, yay. It's one of those mornings. All right, so welcome. Today is Saturday. It is July 15th. We are here for our yoga in the park. So let's spend the next hour or so together just letting go and breathing in nature and calm and peace and sending out all of our stress. We're going to start with some relaxation, so let's go down onto our mats. Let your arms be restful at your sides. Palms are open face to the sky. We'll close our eyes and focus on breathing deeply in through the nose, expanding our belly, back, and rib cage on the inhale. And exhaling out through the nose, we want to feel that same area of our bodies contract and empty. While we continue to breathe deeply in through the nose and out through the nose, become aware of your face. Let's relax our forehead, relax our eyes, relax our jaw. And then we'll guide our breath and awareness into our neck. Release any tension that we're holding there. And then let's breathe from our shoulders all the way out through our fingertips, feeling the air just flowing down the length of our arms. Next, let's bring our breath and awareness to our legs, and we're going to stretch from our hips all the way down to our toes. Focusing on the spine, breathing from the top of our head, allowing our breath to make its way down our spine, weaving itself in between each segment of the spine. Next, let's inhale and float the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, let them float back behind us. And once they've made it down onto the earth, we're going to stretch out through our fingers, push out through our heels, and just stretch our body 2 inches longer. And then we'll inhale the arms back up. And exhale, let them float back down alongside the body. Once they've made it all the way back to the mat, let's bring that left knee in towards the chest. Give it a nice close hug. And begin to flex and point your foot. Let's roll the ankle around. And reverse. And then we'll just rest our foot where it is. Send that leg out and we'll switch. Bring the other knee in nice and close. Flexing and pointing. Circling that ankle round and round. And then reverse. And then just rest your foot. Let's bring both knees in together. Give yourself a nice tight hug. Add in a few rocks from side to side. Come back to center and let's circle both knees around and around. And then reverse those circles. And then just let your feet rest down on the mat. Space them apart about hips distance, toes in, heels out. Arms at our sides, palms opening to the sky. Tightening the belly, slowly start to lift our hips, pressing up into our bridge. And then exhale, slowly melt back into the mat. Again, let's tighten the belly and slowly peel up, lifting into our bridge. And then exhale as we lower back down. Once more, let's tighten the belly and slowly peel up, pressing and holding into that bridge. And then slowly sinking all the way back down. Once we've made it back into the mat, let's bring knees to chest once again. Focus on stretching all the way down the length of that spine. We'll rock again side to side. And then just remain in a neutral place with those knees tucked in. From there, I want you to feel your belly button pulling tighter and tighter. Press through the back of your ribs. Bring your nose up towards your knees. And then as we exhale, we're going to roll all the way up. Once we've made it up, let's start with our legs extended, pushing out through the heels of our feet, hands on either side of our hips. We're going to simply walk our fingers forward, push back through the tailbone, and let your upper body melt down. And then from there, let's slowly rise up. And let's bring ourselves into an easy cross-leg position. Letting our palms open face to the sky. Feel your shoulders fall away from your ears. Allow your chin to drop to your chest. Inhale, lift the head to back, open your throat. Exhale again, drawing that chin to our chest. Inhale, lift to back, open our throat. Once again, let our chin drop to our chest. And inhale, lift to back, opening our throat. And then make your way back to that neutral place. Begin to turn your head to look off to the right. Come back to neutral and we'll turn our head to look left. Again, back through neutral and turn to look right. Back through neutral, we turn to look left. And then come back to that neutral place. Let's drop our chin to the chest once again. Let's tip the right ear to the right. Drop the chin down and we'll tip left. Again, let's drop the chin and tip right. Dropping the chin and tip left. Dropping the chin and tip right, and we're going to hang out right there. And then use your right hand to press just above the tip of your left ear. And let's push that left palm towards the earth. Let's inhale, reach to the sky, and just gaze up at that right hand. And then let's bring the left arm high as well. And let your hands press together at your heart. Inhale high. Exhale back down. Inhale, lift. And exhale down. Once more, inhale, lift. And exhale back down. And then let's come back into that nice, tall, seated mountain pose. Let your chin drop to your chest. And let's tip left ear to left shoulder. Now place the left hand just above the tip of your right ear and let that right palm push towards the earth. From there, let's inhale, reach high to the sky, gazing up. And then we'll bring the right arm up as well. This time, we're going to draw the hands into the heart as we inhale. And then exhale, extend. Inhale. And exhale. Let's inhale. And exhale. Once more, inhale. And exhale. And then we're going to let the arms float all the way down. And let both of your fingertips reach towards the earth while we maintain that lifting in the spine. And then let's bring our hands back to the knees, returning to that seated mountain pose. We'll take another couple breaths while we're here. Take one more inhale. Exhale as we soften. And from there, let's transition onto hands and knees. So whatever way works best for you to get there. Once we've made it there, check, are your shoulders over your wrists? Are your hips over your knees? Can you feel the tops of your feet pressing into the mat? Are your fingers spread wide with your hands turned in slightly? Pressing down through second, third, and fourth knuckles. That creates foundational hands. So whenever we bear weight into our hands, this is a good position because it keeps the weight out of the wrists. Let's sink our navel as we lift our tailbone, lift our head, open our heart, cow. Exhale, round for cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, round, cat. Inhale, cow. And exhale, round, cat. Now make your way back to that neutral place. Holding the belly button tight, let's push through the heel of that left foot. Add the right arm forward and then turn the palm open to the sky. Let's exhale back down and we'll switch. Extending the right leg, adding the left arm forward. Palm is open to the sky. Exhale, lower, try again. Extend and reach. Now try opening that arm out to the side. And we'll bring it back to the front. And exhale, lower. Switching, extending the leg and the arm reaching out. And then opening that left arm to the side. And bring it back to the front. And we're back to all fours. From here, let's sink our navel, lift our tailbone, lift our head, open our heart, cow. Exhale, rounding and scooping inward for cat. Inhale again, cow. And exhale, round, cat. Inhale, cow. And exhale, round, cat. And then just return to that neutral spine. Big toes come a little closer together as we keep the knees apart. We're going to push back with our tailbone. Think about dropping the chest through the knees, forehead to the mat, arms reaching to the front edge of your mat, and turn your palms to the sky. Let's return to foundational hands. Tuck our toes, and we make our way up into downward facing dog. Once there, let your head drop through your arms. Feel your ribs move closer to your thighs. Feel the back of your shoulder blades reaching towards the gluteals. Nodding the head yes. Shaking the head no. Hanging out where we are and walking our dog. From there, let's press both heels down, down, down. And then inhale into a good sturdy plank. Belly button is tight, no saggy hips. Modify to your knees if you'd like. Exhale, return to down dog. Inhale again to that plank. In, exhale, down dog. Inhale to plank. And exhale, down dog. Once more, inhale to plank. Let's all modify to the knees and then start to lower as we exhale, elbows open, chest down, hips down. Tuck elbows in. Press to the tops of your feet and hip bones. Lengthen the spine before you begin to rise into cobra. Exhale, melting back down, elbows open. And then they tuck in as we inhale, lengthen, rise for cobra. Once more, exhale, going down. Inhale, lengthen, rise into cobra. And then from there, let's push all the way back and move back into extended child's pose. Return to foundational hands. Tuck the toes, and we make our way back up into downward facing dog. Walking our dog a few more times. Let's raise up both of our heels and press them back down. Inhale, transition into your plank. Modify if you'd like. Exhale, we're lowering. Inhale, we're lengthening, and then we're rising. Exhale, we tuck our toes, and we're back up into down dog. Inhale, return to plank. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, lengthen, rise into cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. One more time. Inhale into plank. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, lengthen, rise into cobra. And then exhale into extended child's pose. Return to your foundational hands. Scoop the belly in round the spine. We're back up for our cat. Sinking our navel, lifting our tailbone, lifting our head, opening our heart cow. And then hold yourself in neutral spine. Let's again extend through the heel of that right foot and stretch the left arm forward, opening that left palm to the sky. Let's bring the hand down and we'll step that foot forward. Placing it so that our knee is over our ankle. Crossing through the top of our back foot, let's start lifting up our body. Reaching high to the sky, crescent moon. Exhale, folding forward, hands on the mat. Let's tuck the left toes as we lift our left knee, and that's bringing us into runner's lunge. Let's step our right foot back, returning us to our plank. Exhale as we're lowering down. Inhale, lengthen, rise into cobra. And then exhale all the way back, extended child's pose. Foundational hands, scooping the belly in, rounding the spine, coming up for cat. Sinking our navel, lifting our tailbone, lifting our head, opening our heart cow. And then neutral spine. Good, now extend through the heel of our left foot and add that right arm forward so we return to spinal balance. Bring the hand down and step that left foot forward. Check the knee, is it over the ankle? Can you feel the top of your right foot pressing into the mat? Let's slowly lift up, reaching high to the sky. Crescent moon. Exhale, fold forward. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knee. Build that runner's lunge. From our runner's lunge, we're going to take that right foot and step it forward. Bring the toes close with the heels apart, and then we'll slowly roll up. Reach high, touch the sky. Exhale to the heart. Inhale again to the sky. Exhale to our heart. Inhale, touch the sky. Exhale, let's fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Inhale, roll up. Reach high, touch the sky. Exhale to our heart. Inhale again to the sky and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. Exhale, go deeper. Right foot back, left foot back, plank. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, lengthen, rise into cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank. And exhale again, down dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, roll up. Reach high, touch the sky. Exhale to the heart. Inhale again, extend, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Left foot back, right foot back, plank. Exhale, come down. Inhale, lengthen, rise into cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, we're back up into down dog. Inhale, let's return to our plank. And exhale again, down dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, rolling up. Reach high, touch the sky. And exhale to our heart. Once again, inhale, extend, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Right foot back, left foot back, plank. Exhale as we lower. Inhale, lengthen, rise for that cobra. Exhale again, downward facing dog. And inhale into our plank. Exhale again, down dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, rolling up. Reach high, touch the sky. Exhaling to our heart. Once again, inhale, extend. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Left foot back, right foot back, plank. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, lengthen, rise into cobra. And exhale again, downward facing dog. Inhale to our plank. And exhale again, down dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, rolling up. Reach high, touch the sky. And exhale to our heart. Now let your arms extend at your sides and find your standing mountain pose. Be aware of your stance so we can feel each of our toes making contact with the mat. We feel those fingertips reaching towards the earth as the heart center remains open. We can feel lots of open space in our spine. Let's inhale again, touch the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Right foot steps back into our lunge. Once we've established lunge, press the right heel down. Turn the right toes out, align your left heel with your right heel. Let's start lifting up our body. Once we're upright, check are your hip bones facing forward and your shoulders squared out over those hips. Add your arms. Continually work at centering your body weight equally into both feet. Now let the arms come forward to shoulder level. And then inhale, open your arms as you open your heart and your throat. Let's inhale to that neutral spine. Exhale, start to hinge forward, pulling ribs closer and closer to our front thigh. And that becomes our warrior airplane. As we exhale, let's bring the right hand down. Lift to the ball of your right foot so you're back in your lunge. And then begin to revolve at the waist, extending left arm higher to the sky for twisting lunge. Let's exhale the left hand down. Go ahead and step back with your left foot. There's our good solid plank. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, lengthen, rise for that cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, we're back up into down dog. Inhale, return to plank. hang out right there, or if you want, you could insert a push-up. And then we're back up into downward facing dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, let's roll up. Reaching high to the sky. Exhale, hands to our heart. And then return to standing mountain pose. Inhale again, touch the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. Exhale, deeper down. Left foot steps back. Find your lunge. Once it's nice and stable, push the left heel down. Turn the left toes out slightly. Align right heel with back of left heel. We lift upper body. Again, we want to face our hip bones to the front edge of our mat. Shoulders squared out over the hips. And then when ready, there's our Warrior One arms. Centering our body weight equally into our feet. Let's bring the arms forward to shoulder level. And then we're going to open the arms as we open the heart and open the throat. Inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, let's hinge forward. Ribs come close to that front thigh for warrior airplane. And then go ahead and start to lower that left hand to the mat as you lift to the ball of your left foot. Begin to revolve at the waist, sending right hand high for our twisting lunge. Exhale, bring the hand down. Stepping right foot back, there's our plank. Exhale, lowering. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, let's return to plank. We can hang out right there or insert a push-up. And then return to downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward, right foot steps forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, roll up. Reach high to the sky. Exhale to our heart. And again, standing mountain pose. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. Exhale, sink deeper. And let's cradle our elbows in the palms of our hands, forming a frame. Let your head drop within that frame. Keep your knees as soft as you need to. Let's release our fingertips to the mat. Stepping back with our right foot brings us into our lunge. Once you feel it's nice and strong, see if you can lift up our body into high lunge. And then go ahead and add your arms, creating crescent lunge. From there, let's open the arms wide. Push the back heel down and start to straighten that front leg. That way we can revolve and we end up facing the wide edge of our mat. With our toes in and our heels out, feet a little wider than our hips, palms opening to the sky, five-pointed star. Inhale, reach and touch the sky. Exhale, fold forward, brush the earth. And then inhale, rise back up for that sunflower. Exhale, fold, brushing the earth. Inhale, rise for sunflower. Exhale, fold. And inhale, rise. Once more, exhale, fold. And inhale, rise. Now let's reopen and we're back into five-pointed star. Holding the belly button tight. Let's start hinging forward and we move into straddle airplane. And then as we exhale, let's start folding forward all the way down. Hands to the mat, knees as soft as you need them to be. Big inhale to look out. And exhale, sinking deeper down. Let's press back into the palms, pushing the arms straight. And then we're starting to bend that left knee. Let's keep the right foot flat on the mat, feeling that deep stretch in the right inner thigh. And then let's push back to a neutral center. Start lifting the heels. Pressing the heels and then lifting up the toes. And then pressing the whole foot nice and flat. Inhale, flat back to look out. Exhale, one arm at a time, lift, bringing us back into our straddle airplane. And then as we inhale, we'll slowly rise to standing. And let's return to five-pointed star. As we inhale, let's extend to the sky. Let your palms meet and your fingers lace. And then push your palms up. Stay long in the waist and let's tip off to our left. Come back up and we'll tip right. And then lift up. Keep pressing through the palms, but let's bring them shoulder level in front. And then we'll turn our palms to face us like we're holding a large ball. Tightening the belly button, we're going to rotate at the waist, twisting to our left. Come back to center and let's twist right. And then back to center and reopen to form our star. From there, let's turn left toes to the front end of our mat. Align our left heel with our right arch, and then when ready, go ahead and bend that left knee. And then let's pull straight and try again. Each time looking for a little bit more stability, a little bit more power. And it's straight. One more time. Beautiful. Now extend that left arm a little farther forward. Lift the left, lower the right. Push your left palm to the sky. Reverse warrior. And now start to pull the left leg straight without locking. And that brings us into reverse triangle. And then let's bring our arms back to shoulder level, returning us to our start position. Imagine that you're being pressed between two panes of glass. While we're being pressed, we start to pull that right hip right and start stretching the left arm as far away from our right hip as we can. Once we can't go any farther, send the left hand down and the right hand high. We want to feel our right hip pressing a little forward, our right shoulder drawing a little bit back, and our right hand is being pulled towards the sky. So instead of feeling like we're sinking, we feel like we're lifting. Let the right arm start to lower towards your right hip. Let it make a full circle around. And then as it comes back into place, we're going to bend the left knee and return to warrior two. Good. From there, let's revolve the upper body. See if you can return to the ball of your right foot. So we're back in our lunge. And then let your hands return to the mat. Send your left foot back, hold on to your plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lengthen, rise for cobra. In exhale, we're back up into downward facing dog. Let's inhale, return to plank. Hang out there or insert that push-up. And then return to downward facing dog. How about extending the right leg behind us and lifting the heel towards the sky? Three-legged dog. Let's step the right foot through the hands. That should bring us back into runner's lunge. And once we found our lunge, we're going to push all of our weight forward onto the right foot. Straightening the right leg will lift the left leg behind us, hip level. Hands naturally form a tripod with that right foot, and that's tripod balance. We can remain like that or position your right thumb so it's in a straight line with the tip of your right toe, and then start to open that left hip, adding the left arm to the sky for half moon balance. Let's exhale, left hand down if it is lifted, and then step the left foot in. Keep the toes close and the heels apart. Start to bend your knees, and as you're bending your knees, you want to think of pulling the knees closer and closer together, sinking those hips down, lifting our ribs from our thighs, adding arms when ready. Brace us into chair pose. And then we can inhale, reach high and touch the sky. Exhale, hands to our heart. And let's come back into standing mountain pose. Inhale again, touch the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. Exhale, sink deeper and deeper, cradling elbows in the palms of our hands, framing our head. And then let's release fingers to the mat. Giant step back with left foot brings us into our lunge. Once you feel stable in your lunge, let's see about lifting upper body into high lunge, and then adding our arms to the sky to form crescent lunge. And then from there, let's open the arms and start pushing the back heel down, straightening the front leg. And then we can open and face the wide edge of our mat. 5-pointed star. Toes in, heels out. Palms to the sky. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, fold forward, brush the earth. Inhale, back up for sunflower. Exhale, fold, brushing the earth, and inhale, back up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up. Let's do one more. Exhale, fold forward. And then inhale, rise up. Reopen the arms to form our star. Keep the belly button nice and tight as we hinge forward. That'll bring us into our straddle airplane. And then as we exhale, let's release the hands to the mat. Once they're down there, let's inhale, look out, flat back. And exhale, try sinking a little deeper. And then from there, let's push down through the palms, arms go straighter and straighter. Let's start bending the right knee, Keeping that left leg straight and the foot flat on the mat. Breathing into that inner thigh. And then let's return to neutral. And from there, we're going to raise those heels once again, lifting them as high as we can. Pressing them down and raising our toes. And then pressing those toes down. Inhale, flat back, look out. Exhale, arms go wide, and that brings us back into our airplane straddle. And then from there, let's inhale and rise, coming back into 5-pointed star. Let's inhale the arms up. Fingertips meet, palms meet, fingers lace, but index fingers press together. Staying nice and long in the waist. Let's side bend to our right. Come back up and side bend to our left. Come back up. Let the arms come forward, breathing across the upper back and the shoulders. You're gonna feel that belly button tighten even more and begin to rotate at the waist to the right. Come back through center. Tightening the belly, rotate to your left. And then return to center. And refined 5-pointed star. Next, we're ready to turn our right toes to the front edge of our mat. Align our right heel with our left arch. When ready, bend the right knee. Finding that center point of balance. And then pulling straight. Try again. Always looking for just a little bit more power. And pull straight. One more time. Finding that perfect place where we're balanced and open. Good, now start to stretch the right arm a little bit further forward. Lift right as you lower your left. Turn right palm to the sky, and there's our reverse warrior. And then begin to pull the right leg straight without locking. Continuing to press up through that right palm. Brings us into reverse triangle. And then let's make our way back to our start position with open arms. From there, we're feeling ourselves pressed between two panes of glass, and our left hip begins to pull left. Meanwhile, that right arm, think about stretching it away from the left hip. Once we can't go any farther, down goes the right hand, up goes the left. Left hip pressing slightly forward, left shoulder pulling slightly back. From there, let's start lowering the left arm towards the left hip. It's going to make a nice full circle. And then as it starts to lower again, let's bend the right knee, lift the right arm, and return to warrior two. Beautiful. From there, let's start rotating upper body. See if you can return to the ball of your left foot, so we're back in lunge. And then as we exhale, fold forward, hands to the mat. Right foot steps back to our plank. Exhale, we lower down. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale again to plank. We can hang out there or insert a push-up. And then come back up into downward facing dog. Let's take the left heel, extend behind us, reach up towards the sky, three-legged dog. And then step the left foot forward between the hands. Brings us back into our lunge. From there, we're gonna push our body weight forward onto the left foot as we're straightening left leg, lifting right leg behind us, hip level. Hands form that natural tripod with our left foot. Remaining in tripod or aligning left thumb with left pinky toe, rolling right hip open. We add that right arm to the sky. Half moon balance. Let's exhale that right hand down if it's lifted. We'll step our right foot in, keep the toes close and the heels apart, and then begin to bend those knees. Again, we're sinking our hips. And as we're doing that, we're pulling knees closer together, allowing us to lift our ribs away from our thighs, adding arms alongside our ears, chair pose. And then let's inhale and rise from chair. Exhale, hands to heart. And let's return to standing mountain pose. So feeling our foundational feet, begin to shift your weight into your right foot and place your left heel against your right ankle bone. Next, we can bring hands together at heart. And then when ready, lifting our toes, moving into our tree pose. If you wish, you can grow the branches of your tree. Let's bring the arms forward. And then try opening wide to the side. And we'll let the arms come down. Let the foot come down. Come back into standing mountain pose. So other side, we've got a focal point for our eyes, belly button tight, shifting our weight into our left foot this time, placing right heel at left ankle bone, hands together at our heart. Whenever you feel ready, you can lift that foot. And then perhaps grow the branches of your tree. Let the arms come forward. And let them open wider. And then we can let the arms float down. And again, let that foot return to the mat. Find your standing mountain pose. Inhale the left arm high. Inhale again, lifting the right arm. As we exhale this time, let's open both arms. Let your hands hook together behind you. Once that's done, we'll start pulling down with our hands, opening heart, opening throat. Inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, hinge forward. Folding like you're melting, ribs to thighs, head drops down, arms reach higher. Exhale, hands to the mat. Once there, right foot back, left foot back. Hold on to our plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale again to plank. You can hang out right there or insert a push-up. And then let's keep right shoulder over right wrist, opening for side plank. Let's come back around into our full plank. Press back up into downward facing dog. Inhale again into plank. You can hang out there or insert your push-up. And now we've got left shoulder over left wrist, turning to open the side plank. Let's exhale back around into that full plank. Once more, press up into downward facing dog. Walk our dog a few times. Press our heels down. Raise up our heels. Press them back down. Inhale to neutral spine. Plank, exhale, lowering down. Inhale, lengthen, rise into cobra. And then let's exhale all the way back into extended child's pose. Palms opening to the sky, chest sinking between the knees, forehead on the mat. Let's pass that right arm through the left armpit, sinking our shoulder down. Let's bring that arm back out and we'll switch. And then once again, we'll bring the arm out, stretching farther back. Returning to foundational hands. Let's scoop the belly in, round the spine for cat. Sink your navel, lift your tailbone, lift your head, open your heart, cow. And then find neutral spine. Right leg extends behind us, hip level. Left arm reaches forward, palm opening to the sky. Bring the left hand back down and we'll step our right foot forward. Placing both hands to the inside of our right foot. See about pulling the top of your left thigh forward. Check your right knee, you want to keep it over the ankle. And then lowering down to where your body allows you to go. Feeling that stretch in the back of your right thigh and the front of your left thigh. And then from there, let's walk the upper body back in. We'll keep our right foot where it is, but we're going to lift up and bring us into crescent moon. And then let's press palms together at our heart. Inhale, rotate to the right. Exhale, tucking left shoulder to, or left elbow to outside of right thigh. And then opening the arms. Bring the hands back together. Untwist. Hands return to the mat. We're back onto all fours. Sinking our navel, lifting our tailbone, lifting our head, opening our heart. Rounding the spine, scooping inward for our cat. And then come back to neutral. Next, let's extend left leg behind us. Push out through that heel. Add the right arm forward, palm to the sky, spinal balance. And then we can bring the hand down and we'll step our left foot forward. Keeping our hands to the inside of that left foot. Start to pull that right front thigh forward, keeping left knee over our ankle, and then easing down to where your body allows you to go. And then from there, let's start walking the hands back in. Keeping that left foot where it is, we'll reach high to the sky. There's our crescent moon. And then we'll press our palms together. Inhale as we rotate off to our left. Exhale, tucking that right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. And then opening the arms. And then we can bring the hands back together. Let's untwist. Return our hands to the mat. Send the left foot back. Returning to all fours. Big toes close, knees stay apart. Let's push back. And return to extended child's pose. And then we'll walk our hands closer to the knees so we can lift up our body. And once we're upright, let's come around and have a seat. And we'll stretch our legs out in front. Hands on either side of our hips, pressing out through the soles of our feet. I want you to really tighten everything like you're sitting at attention. And then as we exhale, we can soften a bit. Let your hands walk forward, push back through that tailbone. Melt your upper body down. And then we can rise back up. And once we're up, let's keep left leg straight. We'll bend the right knee and bring the bottom of your right foot close to that left inner thigh. Hands go on either side of that straight leg, and then see about folding forward. And then we'll slowly lift back up. And now let's send that left hand towards the left ankle, stretch the right arm high, side bend to our left. And then we'll inhale back up. Let the right hand come down so it's right behind our tailbone. Inhale the left arm, and then from there, see about pressing the left foot down as we pick up our left hip. Turn your left palm to the sky. Exhale, we'll sink our hips back down. And then let's re-extend the right leg. So we're back into our straight legs, hands on either side of our hips. Again, pushing down and pushing out like we're sitting at attention. And then we can soften a bit and let our hands walk forward. Once again, folding in half. And then we slowly roll back up. Once we're up, let's keep the right leg straight, bend the left knee. Going to press the bottom of that left foot into right inner thigh. Hands go on either side of that straight leg, and then we're walking forward, pressing back through the tailbone. And then slowly rising up. And let's reach right hand towards right ankle. Send the left arm high into that side stretch. And then we'll lift back up. And let's place that left hand behind us, close to our tailbone. Extend the right arm forward, and then begin to press the bottom of your right foot down as you're lifting right arm. Lifting that right hip. Turn your palm to the sky. As we exhale, let's slowly bring the hip back down and return to our straight legs. From there, let's bend both of our knees. Hands can go behind our thighs. Think about pulling the shoulders down, keeping the neck long and the heart center open. Meanwhile, we're tightening the belly button and we're balancing on our tailbone. Inch your feet up a little higher and higher. No worries about getting your legs straight. Just don't let your back round. Once you found that spot where you feel like you're perfectly balanced and able to maintain that balance, try adding your arms. And then begin to slowly open. And once you've made it all the way down, flex your feet, stretch out through your fingertips. Feel your body go soft. And then pull the left knee to your chest, give it a nice close hug. Once there, let's circle the knee around gently. And then do a few going the other way. And then keep the knee tucked in. And let's rest the left foot down with the knee bent, arms at our sides. Lift the right leg up towards the sky. And then once it's straight up and down, start to lift those hips, coming into a one-legged bridge. Let's melt the spine back into the mat. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Pick up the left foot, thread your hands behind your left thigh. Start to pull both legs in closer while that right knee stays open. And then let the left foot come back down and cross the right leg farther over the left. Stretch your arms open wide and begin to drop your knees off to the left. Keeping that right shoulder down, let's look right. And then we'll bring our knees back to neutral. From there, we're going to pull the right knee in close to the body. Stretch your left leg straight out onto the mat. While you've got the right knee hugged in, let's do those small circles around with the knee. And then we do a few the other way. And then just hug it in nice and close. Now let's set the right foot down with the knee still bent, arms at our sides. Lifting our left leg straight up towards the sky. Begin to pull the hips off the mat. Rising into our one-legged bridge. And then slowly sink the spine back down. Once it's down, cross left ankle over right thigh. Use that left hand to press on that inner left thigh, opening the hip. And then let's lift the right foot. Thread both hands behind that right thigh and pull both legs closer to the body. And then let's rest the foot back down. Crossing our left leg farther over the right, arms open wide to the side. Begin to drop your knees off to the right, keeping the left shoulder down as we look left. And then let's bring everything back to neutral. Uncross the legs. And then with the feet close together, start to open the knees. You can use your hands to push on those inner thighs. Breathing into that lying butterfly. Let's bring the knees back together. Bring them in close to your body. Once there, couple little rocks side to side. Back to center, open the knees, press the soles of your feet together. Use your hands to pull your heels closer to your body. Back into another version of butterfly. And then we get to pull the feet apart. Keep the knees bent. Press your flat feet towards the sky, but at the same time, pull down with your hands. And then let's extend the legs straighter and try to open them wider. We'll bring our legs closer and closer together overhead, pushing out through our heels. And then you can release one leg and let it slowly lower down. Once it has made contact with the mat, let's release the other leg, and equally as slowly, we're lowering that leg. Once we've made it all the way down, I want you to continue to breathe deeply into the nose, out through the nose, and allow your body to simply melt into your mat. I want you to bring awareness to your arms and stretch them really, really tight and straight from your shoulders to your fingertips. So just tense the muscles in your arms. Now let them completely relax. Same with your legs, tensing the muscles in your legs from your hips to your heels. And then let them slowly release. Tighten the belly like you're trying to press it tight against your spine. And let it release. Squeeze your eyes shut as tightly as you can. Clench your teeth. And then let your eyes release. Let your jaw relax. Notice if you feel more space in your body for your breath to make its way around. Let us send away all of our anxious thoughts, making a choice to live today with courage, with an open heart, a grateful heart, a hopeful heart, spreading random acts of kindness to all living beings. Know that my soul honors your soul. I honor that place in you where the entire universe resides, honoring the light, the love, the truth, the beauty, and the peace within you, because it is also within me. In sharing these things, we are united, we are the same, we are one. Namaste. Woo.